British comedy took a remarkable turn in 1983, when the BBC spent £1 million, an astronomical sum at the time, to create what would become one of television's greatest transformations, Blackadder.
That's fascinating. Spending that much on a comedy series in the early 80s was practically unheard of. What made them take such a huge risk?
Well, Sal, they had Rowan Atkinson fresh off Not the 9 o'clock news, and this ambitious vision of creating a historical comedy unlike anything that had been done before. The first series was shot on location at Alnwick Castle, with elaborate medieval costumes and huge crowd scenes.
But then, something unexpected happened with that expensive first season, didn't it?
Exactly. The show wasn't quite hitting the mark comedically. So when the BBC agreed to a second series, they slashed the budget dramatically. And that's when something magical happened. They brought in Ben Elton to write with Richard Curtis, moved everything into the studio, and completely reinvented the main character.
The transformation of Blackadder himself was really the key to everything that followed, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. They took him from this bumbling medieval prince to this brilliantly sardonic, manipulative character. And they flipped the dynamic with Baldrick too. Tony Robinson's character went from being the clever servant to becoming progressively more dim-witted with each series.
You know, what's fascinating is how they maintained that basic formula while moving through different historical periods.
Right? And each period allowed them to comment on different aspects of British society. The Elizabeth Warthere series skewered court politics. The Regency series mocked the class system. And then, well, they did something truly extraordinary with the World War I series.
The way they handled that final series, Blackadder Goes Forth, was remarkable in how it balanced comedy with increasingly dark commentary.
That's what made it so powerful. They spent 4 series making us laugh at these characters, and then they used that emotional investment to deliver this profound statement about the futility of war. That final scene, where they go over the top into no man's land, it's consistently ranked as one of the most powerful moments in British television history.
And they assembled such an incredible cast to pull it all off.
Well, just look at who was involved. Hugh Laurie before House, Stephen Fry, Miranda Richardson, Tim McInerney. Plus, amazing guest stars like Peter Cook as Richard III and Rick Mayall stealing scenes as Lord Flashheart. You know, Rowan Atkinson has said it was the least stressful project he's ever done, because the responsibility for making it funny was shared among so many talented people.
The writing really gave them incredible material to work with. The way they played with language was extraordinary.
Like that famous put-down to Percy. The eyes are open, the mouth moves, but Mr. Brain has long since departed, hasn't he? The Radio Times actually ranked that as one of the top television put-downs of all time. And they weren't afraid to play loose with historical accuracy if it served the comedy.
So, Vic, what do you think made it stand the test of time so well?
I think it's because beneath all the historical comedy, it was really about human nature and the absurdity of power structures. Those themes are universal. Plus, they knew when to stop. Despite numerous attempts to bring it back, they've mostly resisted diluting what they achieved.
Though they did give us those special episodes. like the Christmas Carol and Back and Forth at the Millennium.
And you know what's amazing? The show's influence just keeps growing. The BBC released commemorative stamps for its 40th anniversary in 2023, and it's consistently ranked among the greatest British sitcoms ever made. Not bad for a show that almost didn't get past its expensive first series.
It really set the template for how to balance historical comedy with sharp social commentary.
And that's why it still feels so fresh today. Each series maintained this perfect balance of intelligent writing, brilliant performances, and social commentary, all while making us laugh. Like you said, it created the template that historical comedies still follow today.
Blackadder walked, so modern sarcasm could run.
That's the smartest thing you've ever said.
Thanks. Now I'm going to lie down for 3 to 5 years.